Hi crafters, it's Hannah from Handcrafted Creations. Welcome to this week's Challenge Wednesday. This is the card that I'm making for the colour challenge. We're using the Jar of Love stamp set and the coordinating dies. So I'm going to show you how I put this card together. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss next week's colour challenge, and comment with your 3 numbers between 1 and 50 to help me choose next week's colours as well. So let's get started. So we are going to start by zooming out a little bit, choosing our numbers. So you can see I've got a nice brand new colour chart because the new catalogue is live tomorrow. So I thought we would start off now with the new colour chart. So here it is, and it's got all of the new colours on there, and it's really pretty. Well, not pretty, but you know what I mean. So here's the numbers, and well, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but at the bottom I've got basics, whisper white, very vanilla and basic black, because now in the new catalogue those 3 colours are in their own colour family. So we've still got the neutrals, bright, subtles, regals and the in colours, but these 3 basic colours are on their own. So that's why I've just put them at the bottom. So if something like before, if we had 3 colours, I was still allowed vanilla, whisper white. So I thought I'd just do the same with the very vanilla and the basic black. But all the rest of the colours are in the chart. So I hope that makes sense. This chart as well will be on my website. I'll put a link to it in the description if you want to print off your own colour chart. And you can add swatches of cardstock or colour it in with the pens or whatever. So that will be available. So I thought, seeing as it was a new chart, I would start by picking the numbers. So I've got my random number generator, and the first number is 45, which gives us 45, it's 44, 46, 43, 45 powder pink. Okay, and then number 16, which gives us 16 real red, and then number 5, which gives us number 5 is somewhere, there we go, garden green. So we've got powder pink, real red and garden green. I'll go and grab those colours and then we can get started. Okay, I've got the colours now, real red, garden green and powder pink, and they look quite nice together. We're going to be using this week the Jar of Love stamp set, and there are some coordinating dies as well. So we're going to be doing something with this. I'm not quite sure what yet. Let me just grab. So I've got some of the cardstock as well that we can use. So it's just deciding what design we're going to make. So we've got real red, and there are some nice love hearts on there. So we could do a little shaker card type thing. And see how that goes. I've got a garden green card base and a few layers to play about with. So I'm thinking stamp and die cut one of the jars, and then we can have some hearts coming out of it. I think that's probably what I'm going to do. So let's start with stamping and die cutting. Yeah, we will. We'll stamp and die cut and go from there. So I've got the die for that. and I might do some, oh, I can do this one and get a few hearts as well. Okay, so first things first, let's stamp the jar, and we'll do that in garden green. I'll do it on this one. Cool. And I haven't got my Stampin' Scrub out, so let me just grab that. So, Stampin' Scrub, spritz on that side, scrub, 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 dry, dry, dry. And that's ready to go for the next one, the next time we use it, I should say. And then some, let me think, I don't know if, no, that'll probably be too much like hard work, so I'll die cut that and die cut some of the real red hearts. I'll do a few of those, and I think I might do some in the powder pink as well. So I'll die cut those and then I'll be right back. Okay, I've cut that out, and I've also used one of the dies that cuts out the middle part, so I've cut that out as well. And I've also cut this using the same die, this big one here. I've cut that out of some acetate as well. Just trying to fit all these back in, and I've cut this, the hearts, I did it 3 times out the powder pink and 3 times out the real red, and that's just given me a nice little pile of confetti. So basically we're going to make a kind of shaker card, but what's going to be shaking is the hearts and then falling out into a nice pile of hearts. That's kind of the plan. And so first things first, let me think, we need to add the acetate to this piece. So I've got it here. For some reason my acetate like cracked and broke, but you probably can't see that. It doesn't really matter because it's going to get covered up anyway. So this needs to be stuck onto here, and then once it's dry I can trim it down ever so slightly. So I'm going to use some Tombow and just get a nice thin line, so you don't want it to ooze. The fine tip glue pen would be good as well. So I'm just going to place that on top. And gently press it down. Like I said, I don't want it oozing out everywhere. And I'm just going to pop that to the side so it can dry. I think I'll put a couple of blocks on the top of it as well, just to keep it nice and flat. There. You see my nice shiny blocks, I've just washed them all. Oh dear. So here's the card. So this is going to go about there, and then we're going to shake out to here. So I want to do some stamping of some hearts here. Just keep falling off. So I want the heart stamp and then the sentiment as well. I've got the heart, and then for the sentiment, what was I going to use? Throw things around like confetti. Throw kindness around like confetti. Yeah, that's the one. Where is it? There we go. So we've got the heart and the sentiment. Right, that's that. So I'm thinking this should be okay to place. So it's going to go about there, like that, with the confetti inside. And I want some hearts stamped inside as well. So let's get the powder pink and real red open. And little heart stamp. And the sentiment, I'll probably do that in the garden green. Okay, so I want some hearts just falling and we kind of just have a pile of hearts at the bottom. Oops. And they've gone slightly off the page as well. And I do want some inside where the jar's going to be. Just a couple. That looks so cool. Maybe one more. So I keep popping it back in place just so I can make sure of placement. And then some real red ones. Oh. Come on, Hannah. So I'm turning around and now I'm going to start overlapping with the powder pink hearts. And then just keep going until you feel like you've got enough. And I want a few in here as well. I'm happy with that. That looks good. So we've got a nice cascade of hearts. Love it. Oh dear. And then I'll stamp the sentiment. And then we can put it all together. So I'm going to stamp the sentiment straight onto here as well. Throw kindness around like confetti. I hope that's straight. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, I can pop this on. Oh no. Should have done it on the smaller one, shouldn't I? I mean, we could just have it one layer. Yeah, I think that looks alright actually. So I'm just going to stick that down. then pop my confetti pieces on here, and then just around the edge I need to add some of the foam strips. If I get one piece, so this makes doing a shaker card a lot easier. So if I start at the top, so I'm just trying to get as close to the edge of the window, the inside window, as possible. Oops. I'm just going along the edge. And here you have to be quite neat because it's only a thin piece at the bottom. And then make sure you're joined up really well. You don't want any gaps where your confetti could fall through. So make sure that's stuck down well, and then just check that none of it's showing through. Trim off any acetate if you need to, and I do think I will, just a little bit on the side here. You probably can't see it on the video, but I can see it here, just to neaten it up a little bit. I don't really want acetate sticking out the side of my jar. And before I stick it down, I'm just going to make sure there's not too much in there, and that looks fine. So just leave that pile there, and then take off your backing. Oops. Pop that down and press it down really well. There you go. Oh, that is so cute. I love it. Absolutely love that. Oh my goodness. Wow. What do you think? Let me know in the comments if you like this card. I would love to hear from you. And don't forget to comment with 3 numbers between 1 and 50 to help me choose next week's colours. But I am loving this card. So I will put another couple of videos over there for you to watch, so don't go anywhere. And be sure to subscribe so you don't miss next week's colour challenge. Thanks for watching. Bye.